probably end up paying it.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I'm gonna get you one of those. Does that work for you guys?
What's that?
That doorbell.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice. I used to use
Look
the
who's there.
who's there coming and going.
Yeah. All rise, the Grand K News is now here. Okay, it's approaching 6:30. I want to welcome everyone to the Grand K Fiscal Court meeting for May 7th. We have Pastor Holt here with the Lawrenceville Baptist Church to do our invocation. If everybody could stand for our invocation, continue standing, and we'll do our pledge.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you so much for the gift of this day that you've blessed us with. And Father, as this fiscal court has come together tonight to meet, I just pray, God, that our spirit of unity would fall upon each and every person here, Lord. And Father, I pray that your hand of wisdom would just be upon each person in this room. And Father, that everything that's done here tonight will be done according to your will and for your purposes. God, again, we just thank you and we praise you in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. If I can have the clerk call roll.
Magistrate Riley,
Present.
Magistrate Coburn,
Present.
Magistrate Humphrey,
Present.
and Judge Dills.
Present. First thing on the agenda is approval of the minutes. Present for a motion to approve the minutes for a regular meeting dated April 16th, 2019, and April 23rd, a special meeting, 2019.
Judge Dills, having read the minutes of the regular meeting for April the 16th and the special meeting of April 23rd, I make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented in the packet.
I will second.
I have a second. All in favor by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving down to fiscal matters, I want to present for review a motion to approve the claims drawn on the general fund, the road fund, jail fund dated May 7th, 2019, along with transfers as presented.
Having reviewed claims drawn on the general fund, road fund, jail fund dated May 7th, 2019, along with the transfers, I'll make a motion that we approve.
A second.
I have a second. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving down to item number 2, present for a motion to void check number 27110 drawn on the general fund made payable to Florence Veterinary Hospital in the amount of $77. The invoice was presented twice, and the finance director realized that it had not been mailed. The check had not been mailed.
I make a motion to avoid check number 27110 drawn on the general fund in the amount of $77 made payable to the Florence Veterinary Hospital as requested by our county treasurer.
I second.
I have a second. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3, present for a motion to void check number 27125 drawn on the general fund made payable to the Carroll County Animal Clinic in the amount of $12. The invoice was presented twice. The finance director realized it had not been mailed on that one, same issue.
Make a motion to avoid check number 27125 drawn on the general fund in the amount of $12 made payable to Carroll County Animal Clinic at the request of the county treasurer.
I second.
I have a second. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, present for review the county treasurer's cash position ending April 30th, 2019. No action is required by the board. All of it is in your packet.
He will be here shortly. He is delayed.
We'll just move it down.
Yeah.
Next item is guest Chris Ammerman. He called. He'll be here shortly, so we'll move it down to the agenda. Next item on the agenda is ordinance number 04-2019-0227. Present for the first reading of ordinance number 04-2019-0227, an ordinance revising the building fees in Grant County, Kentucky, and thereafter hereby amends previous ordinances, namely ordinances 02-87-44 that was passed on 5/21 of 1987, amended ordinance number 06-8855 passed on 11/3 of 88, and amended ordinance 02-92-105 passed on 5/28 of 92, and a present for a motion to approve the notice to be posted in the local paper showing a second reading of ordinance number 04-2019-0227 to be held on May 21st, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. or as soon as thereafter as possible. Need a motion on this ordinance.
Make a motion to approve the notice to be posted in the local paper showing second reading of the ordinance 04-2019-0227.
I will second.
I have a second. Clerk, if on the ordinance, could you call row?
Yes, Magistrate Riley.
Yes.
Magistrate Kolar.
Yes.
Magistrate Humphrey.
Yes.
And Judge Dales.
Yes. Motion carries. Moving down to the next item, resolution number 2019-10. Present for a motion to approve resolution 2019-10, a resolution authorizing the Grant County Judge-Exec Chuck Dills to make application for and upon approval to enter into an agreement with the Kentucky Office of Homeland Security to execute any documents which are deemed necessary by the Kentucky Office of Homeland Security facilities, or to facilitate and administer to the project and act as the authorized correspondent for the project. This resolution also establishes procurement policies for Kentucky Office of Homeland Security approved projects for fiscal year 2019 to 2020 application cycle. And what this resolution is in front of you, this is for emergency management, for them to obtain the grants for the repeater systems for the radios. I just need a motion for the resolution.
I make a motion, we approve resolution number 2019-10.
I will second.
I have a second. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Yeah. Moving down to our next resolution, number 2019-11. Present for a motion to approve resolution number 2019-11, a resolution incorporating Boats Lake Road into the Grant County road system. This is the follow-up after the Kentucky Department of Kentucky Fish and Wildlife deeded Boats Lake Road over to us. The next procedure for North Kentucky Ag District is for us to approve a resolution so that we can enter that into our road plan.
I make a motion to approve resolution 2019-11 19-11, incorporating Bolts Lake Road into the Grant County road system.
Go ahead.
I'll second.
We have a second and a third.
Clearly, we will all
You have a
vote.
second by Roger.
I think we're all in
Humphrey.
agreement.
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
That's only because Roger wants to drive his boat out there.
That's right. He has an ulterior motive.
Okay, moving down to agreements, next on the agenda. Present for a motion for approval, the roadside inmate work crew memorandum of agreement between the Commonwealth of Kentucky Transportation Cabinet and the Grant County Detention Center. Grant permission for the Grant County Jailer Mike Webster, Grant County Judge-Executive Chuck Dills to sign a memorandum of agreement. And this is on the state work crew. It's an annual agreement that the court needs to approve with the Transportation Cabinet, allowing for the reimbursement of funds from the state to the county to operate the work program.
Make a motion, we approve the roadside inmate work crew memorandum of agreement between Commonwealth Kentucky Transportation Cabinet and Grant County Detention Center, and grant permission for the Grant County Jailer Mike Webster and the Grant County Judge Executive Chuck Dills to sign the memorandum of agreement.
I second.
I have a second. If there's any further questions, if not, all in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, moving down to the next item on the agenda is bids. We've got quite a few different bids to open up tonight.
Did you miss that? Here,
Oh,
we
yes.
got one right at the top.
We have, one
Right
more.
here.
Moving too quickly.
The
Yeah.
affiliation agreement.
Okay, I need to present for a motion approval of affiliation agreement between the Grant County Fiscal Court, Office of Emergency Management, Northern Kentucky Health Department regarding the responsibilities of each organization in the event of a natural or a man-made disaster in Grant County, Kentucky. And that's pretty well self-explanatory. It's just agreement for resources to help each other. And I'll need a motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve the affiliation agreement between the Grant County Fiscal Court, Office of Emergency Management, and Northern Kentucky Health Department regarding the responsibilities of each organization in the event of a natural or man-made disaster in Grant County, Kentucky.
I will second.
I have a second. If there's no further questions, all in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now getting down to bids. We're going to start off on the first item is opening bids for materials and supplies for the Grant County Road Department for fiscal year 2019 and 2020. And I think as you all previously done, there's going to be quite a few figures in these bids. We'll, and I see Kim out here, we're going to open up the bids. Pat's going to put the bids on a spreadsheet if that's agreeable. And then next court meeting, we can look over the bids and vote that away. So that way we got a clear view, and also I can communicate with Steve Tatum on his opinion on this, which weighs in a lot. Okay, the first one I'm going to open up is from Kim Crupper Transport. It was received May 2nd, 2019, 8:45 by Pat Conrad. Okay, this is stone bid for 2019-2020, delivered to the Grant County Road Department, Hopperton Lane, Dry Ridge, Kentucky. Prices for stone and delivery. Number 11 stone, clean, $17.25. Number 9 stone, clean, $18.65. Number 8 stone, clean, $18.65. Dense grade stone, $16.15. Natural sand, $14.90. Number 4 stone, $18.20. Number 2 stone, $16.75. Number 57 stone, $18.50. Number 304 stone, $15.90. Channel liner 2, $25 even. Channel liner 3, $27.50. Number 6 stone, $18.20. And like I said, we'll put this on a spreadsheet so that,
Just hand me the envelope.
okay.
There you go.
Okay, next one open is Nally and Gibson, Georgetown. It was received May 3rd, 11:30 a.m. This is a quote for the following prices on crushed limestone pickup at your quarry in Georgetown, Kentucky for upcoming 2019-2020 fiscal year. Size number 11, $15. Number 9, $16. Number 8, $16. Number 4, $14. Number 2, $14. Number 57, $14.75. Okay, DGA.
G.
Okay, dense grade, $13. Class 2 channel, $17.
Chuck, does that say that we have to pick it up?
Yeah, it says
Pickup,
following
yeah.
prices crushed limestone pickup at our quarry in Georgetown. So this is not a transport.
We don't normally do that, do we, Steve?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but, and they've never submitted anything either. That's the
No.
first time I ever recall.
Well, but I listed on number 2 there is to haul it, and
Yeah.
so they didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I just opened up a bid from Hilltop Stone. Received May 3rd, 2:44 p.m. to Pat Conrad. We were pleased to quote the following to the above project in full load lots and subject to terms and conditions stated below. Price quotes are predicted upon furnishing 100% of the requirements of the project. It's on the tonnage. Number 2, limestone. They got Plant Butler on all these. Price $17.50. Number 57, limestone, $19.25. Number 8, limestone, $20. Bedding sand, $13.
Is that the same as the other sand?
I believe it is, isn't it, Steve?
How much did you say?
I wouldn't have thought it would.
That's a natural risk. The bedding sand is a crushed limestone. This is natural sand, river sand.
Okay. I just knew it
Okay.
wouldn't, okay. And what was the cost of that?
$13 for bedding sand.
Okay.
Dense grade limestone, $16.50. 304 limestone, $16.35. Channel lining class 2, $24.75. Channel lining number 3, $28 even. Following products are available upon request, and they list all the different types. Number 10, number 6, we'll have to put some of this on the spreadsheet. Manufactured sand and concrete blocks. All prices include haul rates. Price are firm until then, so quotes may be withdrawn and accepted within 30 days. Trucks are available for placement. Granular materials at $6 a ton. Non-granular materials at $6 a ton. Okay, the next items is going to be on the fuel. No, this is road
Liquid
oil.
asphalt.
Liquid asphalt bid. From Hudson Materials Company, received May 2nd, 2019, 1:40 p.m. by Pat Conrad. Hudson Material Company is pleased to offer Grant County a bid for all the road oil needs beginning July 1, 2019 to June 30th, 2020. RS2, $2.42 per gallon, chip seal oil. Next one is AE-200, $2.44 per gallon, cold mix oil. Enviro, $3.60 per gallon, high performance cold mix oil. Pug Mill is 30 cents per gallon for mixing fee of cold mix. Prices are subject to change with increase, decrease of raw material cost of state index.
What was the plug what?
It says Pug,
Plug
P-U-G.
mill. I don't even know what some
What is
of
that,
this
Steve?
is.
It's my nickname. Remember?
Okay,
Okay.
30 cents per gallon, okay. All right.
I'm not making this up, that's what it says.
My cousin Gary has got in trouble with me.
We did what? We owned one? Oh, is it still at the old county barn? Okay.
Okay, the next one is a sealed bid for liquid asphalt, dated, received on May 1st, 2:10 p.m., Pat Conrad.
Is that from Marathon?
Oh, I'm sorry, that was from Marathon Petroleum Company out of North Bend, Ohio. It's my pleasure on behalf of Marathon Petroleum Company LP to submit for consideration approval of bids for asphalt products for Grant County and any political subdivision. First product is RS-2, $1.93 per gallon delivered price. Next product is MC-30 or MC-70, the delivered price of $2.88 per gallon. Continue to say all material bids meet or exceed Kentucky Department of Transportation specifications for road and bridge construction. Current edition certification shall be supplied upon request. All price and quote per gallon basis delivered to Grant County and transport quantities for the period of July 1, 2019 through June 30th, 2020. To order product, please contact North Bend. Okay, the next two items are going to be fuel, correct? Pat?
Yes.
First one I'm going to open is from Likings Energy Solution. It was received April 16th, 2019, 9:50 a.m. Pat Conrad. Likens Energy Solution will provide a daily quote for gasoline, Eco Supreme on and off road diesel.
And I get an email from them every day telling me what the price is.
Next is a sealed fuel bid. Actually doesn't have who it's from. It was received April 25th, 2019, 1:10 p.m., received by Pat Conrad. Grand County Fiscal Court fuel bid proposal. Valor Oil proposes to bid 2019-2020 fuel cost plus on a cost plus. We have a proven track record with our customers, providing accurate daily pricing to them, assuring them they are getting the fuel prices that is agreed on during the bid process. Pricing will be a margin of 0.12 above Covington OPIS daily rack average pricing. Please feel free to contact me. Any questions? Chris Berner.
So that would be
They're
the
out
same
of
thing.
Florence.
I'll
The
get that
daily
and get him
email.
to
It'd
send
be a
me a
professional
daily email
daily.
as well.
These are sealed bids for mix. This from Bluegrass Paving, received April 24th, 2019, 11:30 a.m. by Pat Conrad. Bidding for road materials and supplies submitted by Bluegrass Paving Incorporated. Hot mix for use on county roads as follows. Hot mix base, pickup at plant per ton, $48 a ton. Hot mix surface, pickup at plant per ton is $52.
Exactly. Yes, we do.
Okay, this is another bid that was received April 30th, 2:26 p.m. by Melissa Moss. Yeah, I don't know who it's from.
That
I
might
bet that's
be
from
regular.
Wriggler.
Regular bid.
I could tell by the handwriting. Let's see if I'm right. Oh,
Eaton Asphalt.
Eaton. Oh.
You're slipping, Jacqueline.
Well, I won't even tell you. No, right.
Okay. 2019 Materials and Supplies, and this from Eaton Asphalt, is pleased to provide the following asphalt price for Grant County General Maintenance Program for fiscal year 2019-20, which begins July 2019, ends June 30th, 20. Prices are based upon pickup by the county's trucks at Eaton Asphalt plant location. Item V- hot mix for use on county roads. Hot mix base, $67 a ton.
Is that delivered?
No, it says pickup.
Woo! Okay, proceed on.
Okay, and that was on hot mix base. Then we have hot mix surface, $68 a ton. Cold mix, $135 a ton.
Yep.
Yeah, it says cold mix. Yeah, $135 a ton. And I've been told from the asphalt companies, asphalts went up from last year, so.
Well,
And that
I mean,
plant
Lord knows we
location
need it with the
Plant 3
condition
on-
of these roads, but
on Frogtown Road.
on Frogtown Road. Oh, that's
Yeah.
where they're located. Yeah, yeah,
We may
yeah.
have some other bids here.
Hey, I was pleased to see them out working this morning.
Okay, they're also.
When I went down the road.
That's our.
That's what I
Yeah.
saw.
Say, that looked familiar.
Man, we have a lot more still to do.
Yeah.
We vote next go round that this is done in a committee.
Yeah. Put it together. before
Yeah,
the
and then
meeting.
bring it back.
Okay, this next one is Kim Crupper Transport. Received May 2nd, 2019, 8:45 a.m. And it's a salt bid for 2019-2020 fiscal year.
Okay, see.
Salt bid delivered to the Grand Canyon Road Department, Hopperton Lane, road salt to be picked up at Cincinnati, Ohio River Terminal. Delivery price, well, let me go on and read. Thank you for your opportunity to bid upcoming season for salt supply. As in the past, I will provide next day delivery of salt orders after receiving a purchase order. If you have any questions, call anytime. Delivered price per ton is $89.45.
Kim, I love that you include after I receive a purchase order. Thank you.
Pat has had a discussion.
That is,
Say you all pay your bill.
Yeah.
that is great.
Okay, the next one is going to be a salt bid. It was received May 2nd, 2019, 10:45 a.m. Pat Conrad. And it is from
Morton salt.
Morton Salt, Chicago.
Morton.
Is, wow. I was just wondering the difference in salt and if you have a saltwater pool.
You got a saltwater pool?
I'm working on it. So we would need definitely.
I'll just use it now if I can.
Well, I'm having trouble
I'm glad
seeing.
we don't have him opening Christmas cards.
I know, Mom.
Probably dulled the knife.
We've been at it a minute.
Sealed bid for salt. We are pleased to offer the following bid covering normal
I think they have a
anticipation requirements of Morton Salt, safety salt for a period of 8/5/7 of 19 through 5/6 of 20. Morton bulk safety salt, 20-ton minimum, dump truck delivery, $96.48 per ton.
Does that say a 20-ton minimum?
Yep.
Yeah, 20-ton minimum.
We don't use that much, do we, Steve? Do we use 20 ton of salt in a year?
Depends.
About, more than that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say.
Well, it doesn't matter, we're not gonna,
Here's
kind of
that.
that.
Okay, the next one is a salt bid.
Coming to you
That's
from.
Cargill de-icing.
Cargill de-icing. It was received May 2nd, 10:45 a.m. by Pat Conrad.
Cargill. Ison? I never heard of some of these people.
I remember them.
You do? I don't remember. I remember Wharton that they had that tonnage. Minimum.
This reference salt per ton to be placed on county roads. Cargill Incorporated Salt Road Safety is pleased to submit the following bids on your de-icing requirements for the winter season of 2019-2020. Bulk de-icing salt, item number 100011135, source is North Bend. Delivery is $83.36 a ton dumped. Estimated purchases 1,200 tons. Okay, initial orders. Deliveries will be made in 22-ton minimum truckloads. Approximately 3 to 5 days after receipt of your order. Okay. Detroit Salt, sealed bid. Received May 23rd, or I'm sorry, May 3rd, 12:25 p.m., 2019 by Pat Conrad. Yeah, this one's sealed good. Detroit Salt Company. Quantities minimum of 1,200 tons, 2,000 pounds per ton. Road salt upon availability. Delivery price is $93.34 per ton. This price includes all delivery costs to the delivery location, any sales or other taxes apply, payable to the customer. Delivery locations 505 Operative Lane at $93.34 a ton. Is that all? That's all of our bids for,
Yes, for the materials.
for the material. Yeah.
Yeah, there was only 2 so far. Do those all need open?
Did you? I didn't see regulars. Did you?
I guess we didn't get one from regular.
Let me double check to make sure these are for the tractor mower. Nope. Okay, the next item on the agenda for opening bids for 2019, we advertised for an 85 to a 90 horsepower four-wheel drive open station tractor with a 10-foot offset flex wing mower for the Grant County Road Department. And this is clean the road sides up. First bid is Wright Implement out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Received May 1st, 2019, received at 11:15 a.m. by Pat Conrad.
It's like Christmas morning. What are you gonna get, Mr. Tatum?
Okay, it's a 2018 John Deere 5090E utility tractor. And the price is, and let's see if they've separated the mower.
Look that up on the internet. $50.90
I apologize, I'm looking to see it.
John Deere price.
We've got a bid of $49,563.83.
Does it have a cab?
But-
Did you say that, 2018?
Yeah,
I was pretty sure that had said 2019.
Huh?
yeah.
Well, the ones I just pulled up now have several cabs. That's why I was like, wow. It was used at the farm machinery show.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
20.
with 41 hours.
Yeah, it's a 2018 year model, 41 hours, rental return from Farm Machinery Show, warranty till 26th of February 2021. And we put in the bid for 2019, but I don't know that I see the mower.
Front axle, exhaust, suspension, weights. I don't think so. Radio.
It looks like he's just pricing the tractor without a mower. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see here.
Oh. No,
Yeah,
that's a
we have,
Rhino.
we have a Rhino, that's what he's pricing, I guess, is the mower.
And a Rhino could be a tractor too, though, right? I had a Rhino, it was blue. Way back when, it was like a Ford thing. Remember that, Mikey?
Okay, here it is, a 10-foot flex wing. Yeah, 540 RPMs, rotary cut, six foam filled tires, double road chains, $16,835. 16,000.
What year is it? Like, what is it?
It's a wing mower.
Like a 10-foot?
Yeah. 10-foot half wing mower. $16,835.
What year was it?
18.
Okay.
Now, the mower appears
the
to be
back
a
one.
new one. The 20, it doesn't say.
Okay.
Yeah, wait a second. No, that's when the quote was created.
Okay.
$65,603.
It's a model 3100.
30
We'll put those,
and something.
well,
Yeah.
no, we may not. Let's see what the other bids. We'll compare it so we can. Okay, the next one is from Kubota. It's a 2019 85 to 90 horsepower tractor mower, sealed bid. Received May 2nd, 2019, 9:35 a.m. Pat Conrad.
1090 horsepower. Man,
We'll
tractors
see what-
stress me out. They're so much money.
It's a capital investment.
No, they stress me out. Hell, I should have told Stanley to send that one and he wants to sell. Oh, God.
You can't read this.
Hey, look at mine. I did pretty decent.
Yeah, you did. You did good.
Okay, on the Kubota, it's full drive, 2019. 10-foot right-wing rotary cutter, front and rear double row chain guards, 6 foam-filled tires, deck rings, performing hitch, and it's orange.
Well,
It's a Kubota.
what did it
I've got
say?
an overall price of $57,297.
And both of them are new?
Yes. Second row.
43,000 and
And there's the tractor,
21,000.
40,000.
17,000.
Okay,
for
10-foot offset. Yeah, mower line discount, 7,000. Yeah, that's $57,279.
279 or 297?
I'm sorry, $57,297. And that's for the mower and the tractor. Yeah, it's a,
290. M5091, or it could be an
well, let me see which one we got
M511,
marked here.
a 111.
Yeah, an E1134. No, that's not it.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah,
Right
M5.
here.
Yeah, M5-091 HD.
019H.
No, 091
91.
HD.
And this is a four-wheel drive.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it said on that. And the 85 to 90 horsepower, 57.
57,279. Okay, the next one is from Cornerstone Equipment in Crittenden. That's Mahindra dealer.
Oh, the newer one in
In
town.
Sherman.
Yeah.
This was received May 2nd, 12:35 p.m. By Pat Conrad. I thought I had the tractor keys with it
That sounds
already.
like he gave you a
The keychain.
keychain. Is that a check?
Oh, the bumper's got Mahindra on it. Okay, I need to know how to spell that.
Okay, this is on a Mahindra 7085 four-wheel drive power shuttle with canopy and grill guard. Lead time to get 2 to 3 weeks, 5-year powertrain warranty, total of $38,385. That's for the tractor only.
How many horsepower?
85 horse. Then the Rhino 3100, which is the same in that other bid, which this one looks to be a lot cheaper. 6 tires, 6 hub and spindles, 540 RPMs, non-deck ring, laminated tires, 25-inch, single chain guard, 1-year full machine warranty, 6-year gearbox warranty, a total of $13,150. $38,385.
For a total of 51.
51,535.
You already told, what was it?
51, that's
Oh.
what it says there.
51,
See, I was making you think I was
535.
smart, I was just reading.
Okay, so what do you all, did you write down
Yeah,
the totals?
well,
I did.
and
No, I
that's
didn't write
all,
down the total, but 49. 16.
what,
49,568.83.
which isn't new, with the right people.
Oh,
You've
Oh.
got less than 52,000 with the new outfit down in Sherman.
51.
And then you've got a little over 57,000 with Kubota off Mount Zion.
Yeah, the other two's around 57,000. This is 51,535.
Is the Mahindra brand a
Good.
good brand?
It's a reputable one. It's been around for a long time.
It's been around a long time. I mean,
I mean, I know a lot of people that like them. I mean,
Steve,
for
what's
the money,
your,
it's good, I've heard. I mean, I've personally looked at them. And local.
absolutely.
well, and obviously they're the lowest price too.
Yeah. And it's new.
They've invested a lot to be here in this county too, and they're continuing to grow daily.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be here for the long haul. They're not here overnight. You need a motion on this tonight?
I make a recommendation, we accept Cornerstone's bid for $51,535.
I'll make a motion, we accept that bid from Cornerstone for $51,535.
I will second.
I have a second. Any discussion on them? If not, all in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Looks like you get a Mahindra tractor. Now get the roads clear.
But you got to give them the notice because it's going to be 2 to 3 weeks, so you might want to call them tonight.
And a PO.
Yeah, we need to get on that. We need that tractor. We've waited for a long
Key.
time.
There's your key and bumper sticker.
Go slap it on the county truck.
Kim, I didn't see any bumper stickers in there. Okay. Moving down, new business. Present for a motion to accept with regret resignation of Miss Barbara Cheney as the county representative to the Council of Aging. And that's in your package.
Judge, as I read that, have you followed up on what the comments were in that? About transportation and for seniors and...
Yes, I mean, I've been talking to Northern Kentucky Ag District and also with Judge Casey Ellis over to Owen County of trying to get involved with their transportation for seniors.
Any update you get on that, share that back with me so that Colton and I can weave that language and or any future plans that may be underway for the narrative for the work ready, because that's a component that Frankfurt evaluates us against.
You'll be a good one to serve on that committee, so when we put a committee together to research.
Okay, great. Okay, thanks. I'm just saying that, okay, all right, I saw that. Okay, I'll be quiet.
You saw that coming, didn't you?
It's always, okay, all right.
Okay, next, need a motion on
Like you.
accepting
To
her
accept it,
resignation.
I make a motion to accept Ms. Cheney's resignation from the Northern Kentucky Aging Council.
I second.
I have a second. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, Chris is, now we'll move you
You
down
weren't
to
really tardy.
I
department
thought he said
reports.
he was tarded.
It was not a situation where I felt respectable coming to address the court, covered in algae and dirt and sweat.
We would have taken you anyways. It would have been fine.
As long as you
You're
can't
far
smell.
enough
So,
away from us, Chris,
and,
that it would have been all right.
And the citizens can't smell you or,
in all honesty, like I said, it's been a week full of Mondays. I made 6 copies for the 6 members on the fiscal court. Guess which one I forgot? I forgot the one for me.
you can keep mine.
Yeah,
I'll
keep
share with her.
Yeah.
You can use mine as long as you give it back to me and I put it in my minutes.
We can use one together.
Kim, thanks.
Thank you, Kim.
I think I got one more.
I'll steal the judges anyway.
Yeah.
So,
That's your last one. You can
no, I've got one, Steve. University says that I only have to come and present to you on what we present to the Department of Local Government, which is basically on the first page. and it shows our revenues, it shows our expenditures, both in operations, administration, capital outlay, but it doesn't really say what we're doing. So I've attached to that front page our extension budget plan, which is more of a breakdown, and it's basically how we work through our county budget with both our budget committee from our extension council and our district board, which are our 6 appointed members, and Chuck, although he didn't speak much that day. So
I was present.
you were there, but you didn't weigh in. So, but that's better than some that when we would set tax rates that wouldn't even show up. Basically, this year we're looking at about $964,972 in revenue, with some give and take on collections and delinquency and that kind of thing. So we have $400,000 in our capital improvement fund and $200,000 in our equipment fund, and we anticipate a carryover of $90,873. I'll step off of that a little bit. In putting this budget together, we actually anticipate that when we come back in August to present our rates, that we won't even take compensating rate this year. We will actually probably roll our rates back just a little bit.
Wow. That needs put in the paper.
Don't put my bid in the paper. Don't put that in there. So it hasn't happened yet.
Okay. But that's
Wait
great to
till
be
August
thinking.
if it happens.
Okay,
Then
that's
we'll put it in the paper.
at least you're thinking that way.
So, and the other thing is our 30-year note for our building. At the April meeting, they paid for it. We don't owe Keiko any more money. We own the building.
That's
Congratulations.
fantastic.
So the county owns
And
it.
we're sending out RFQs to do some additions so that we can be a better service to the community. So we'll go back to this, and I'll get out of your hair because I'm sure you got more titillating budget bids to open. So most of our expenditures annually go into salaries and payments to the university. So the second page of the budget is basically that. It breaks down our full-time, our part-time, and our somewhat time. We have one lady that only works 15 hours a week. On their salary, what we pay for them as benefits, and how much they're going to make. Flip over to the third page. That first line item, base agent contribution, that amount went up this year by 27%. That is what the university charges us basically to do business. Basically, they say that that's a third of our cost. The county's funding a third of the cost for each one of the 3 agents in the office. By my math, none of us make that much money. So I think we're actually paying more than a third of our fair share. We did have to take on a facilitator in September because the university is basically under some new management model where they think everybody's got to look and act and dress the same, and they've decided that every county needs a county manager to try to offset the potential that there could be waste, fraud, or abuse, should there ever be. I'm happy to report in 17 years at the Extension office, that's never happened in our office, but I've always tried to be as transparent to our stakeholders as possible. So apparently there's bad apples in everything, and we all have to pay for it. So unfortunately, because there's bad apples across the state, it costs our taxpayers another $5,000. We'll flip over to the next page. That's basically our travel. These are some of the areas where we have to give and take because, as in myself, I make a lot of visits, diagnostic calls, and I do a lot of in the county traveling back and forth. The other 2 agents don't travel as much. They travel to meetings and other things, but they have to be kept at the same level so that I can make sure that I can meet my clientele's demands. They're set at the same level. At the end of the year, we're usually well over in that line item. We'll go on to the next page, professional improvement. That is basically allows us to attend professional conferences, to work with other folks to try to bring ideas and betterment back to the community. One conference I attended was in Florida, and that's where I got the idea to put the extension office and the fairgrounds together. I guess that's working.
Yeah, I think so.
So, Going on down the third page, we have our base program support, which is basically paying for our IT personnel. They come in and they take care of our computers should we have any problems. Seems to be that we have more problems after they leave than we do before they get there. So, finally, the last
Pretty
page.
common issue.
Finally, the last page is basically our county office operations, which is the bulk of what the county taxpayers have to take into consideration. So we still have budgeted $200,000 for rent and building payments because we're with the anticipation of the expansion. We're planning that is going to be something that we're going to continue to do. So we've already budgeted it in. It's already going to come back, and we still anticipate that we're going to be able to roll taxes back in August. They haven't done it yet, Brian, but I'm hoping. I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it. So we have $45,000 for capital improvements, $36,500 for facility maintenance. That number may change going up. We get more facility, it's going to take more to maintain it. Our building gets a lot of people through it, and when you bring people in and out, things get tore up. So it takes a lot to keep things going. We have contracted labors and services at 50, utilities at 22. Those are basically getting the grass cut, keeping the snow and ice removed. On down to the agent program support. Basically everything on that page is pretty self-explanatory. But this is where the other two agents and I kind of balance out on what I was speaking on with the travel. Most of their programs require them to buy supplies, whereas mine, it's just basically, if I've got some snacks and some soft drinks for the folks when they come in for an educational programming, it's easily met. So generally, I tend to stay on the black, and their budgets on assistant and agent program support get a little more in the red. So it balances out. We've got quite a bit invested in a marketing program. We're using an agency in Dry Ridge, like Roger said, because they're local, and we're trying to get the word out about what we're doing so that we can bring in more folks. I think last year we reached somewhere in the neighborhood of about 49,000 people in Grant County last year. That basically means every person in the county came through the doors twice. We'd like to make that 4 times. So we're trying to meet all we can for the folks that we can provide service to. Susie is there a lot. She is a lot of those 49,000. Twice a week? Mondays and Fridays? First and third week? Yeah, when she feels like giving us a hard time. So then we go down, and we've altered our reserve for our emergency. So if a tornado comes through and takes the building down, we've got $500,000 to start with, and we've got $240,000 to replace our equipment. Because we don't like sitting on that much money, but again, we're building up towards expanding, because currently we're operating extension meetings 6 days a week, every day excluding Sundays, and Sundays are pretty booked because we make the building available for folks to rent out. So there's something going on at the extension office 7 days a week. So that's our budget in a nutshell. If you have any questions, I'll take them.
On the expansion, what kind of service are you going to provide with the expansion?
We look to just have more meeting space so that we can offer more programs at a time that is more prone to reach a bigger audience. Okay. Right now, we're having like our 4-HRC club, which is a brand new club, has had a tremendous response. They have to meet on Friday nights because we can't get them in the building any other night of the week.
Okay.
Friday nights,
yeah.
we have to do the Cloverbud nights on Friday nights. We can offer those programs if we have more space at other times. But right now, with the way the building is being utilized, which is a good thing.
It's a good thing, yeah.
We're offering them on Friday nights because that's when we have space. So our anticipation is, yes, there may be days when there is spots where the building may sit empty, but it's because we're going to provide a service when the people need service instead of when we can provide it. And we also hope to provide Susie with a place that they can come and do and have a place to, we're going to call it a creative area, where it's going to be a maker space with 3D printers as well as the sewing machine. So it's going to be set up permanently instead of rolling it in and rolling it out.
And there are also thoughts about potentially expanding the kitchen area too.
We want a commercial kitchen, yes.
Yeah.
And a sewing room.
So kitchen, commercial kitchen and sewing room, and Lamar wants a room with a hose on the wall and a rubber
Drain.
floor and a drain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that when it gets really bad, he can just wash it out.
Yeah. I just wanted to compliment the variety of programs, and from the younger generations that you folks touch to the folks that are retired, that are homemakers, and I just think that I think it's exciting times with you partnering with the local agency to better market what activities you folks have going on. And I think it's a hidden gem in this community, and I think those families that are aware of the resources and the programs are utilizing them. And I just want to thank you for you and what your staff does, because I think it is furthering our community in a better light. It's teaching other folks skills and things of that nature. It's teaching kids self-esteem. And it's giving them something to belong to, such as the Clover Buds, and I think it's a great thing.
Thank you. We do our best.
Attending the meetings, Chris, I'll tell you, and the magistrates, the board members are all committed. I mean, you can tell attending the meetings that they're wanting a lot of positive done with the,
Yeah.
so, great job.
The other thing to think about, Shauna, in the expansion, it also allows us to offer more services because we have more space, at which point we'll have to give consideration to whether we add a horticulture agent or perhaps even a fine arts agent, as numerous offices have done across the state. It
Okay.
costs us about $100,000 to add that position, so we gotta kind of walk a fine line of, do we get big first and then bring them in?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
On the RC car program you're getting started up with the youth, I think it's a great program. I did see a post, though,
It's that movie.
that kind of made me wonder a little bit, or not make me wonder, but we got an RC shop here in town.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new business, wanted to do as much business as possible. But on the site, it was telling all the youth to go directly to the Traxxas catalog to order their parts instead of going through this gentleman here. And I'm just wondering, is there something you all could work out with this gentleman to keep our business and our money local?
It's a very fine line that we have to walk, Roger, because we have to walk the line between supporting local businesses and doing what's right for our taxpayers.
Okay.
And we discussed it in depth, and the right move for us to be as transparent with our stakeholders' money was to sign up the council as a dealer versus dealing with him. We could
Okay.
get a bigger break because we were a 501, the council was a 501c3 tax exempt organization than if we get his best deal on his best day.
And Roger, I believe
Yeah,
that
I
there's
don't-
still going to be the opportunity for tourists to rent
Yes.
devices from there and later be able to walk back
Well,
here
and
with
and
this.
he's, I think, don't hold me to it, he has some inventory, but he doesn't have a lot of the parts, and it's just that it's a
And
large inventory, is my
we
understanding.
are not trying to detract from his business in any way, shape, or form, and we are only opening up to the member club to deal with 4-H, count as the dealer for the RC park. What I imagine is going to happen is that it's going to create a demand for this local shop where there's going to be a need for the consumables like the batteries and the accessories that he will be able to find a niche and provide for us. But again, it was a very tough call, but when you got down to penciling it out, it was better for us to err on the side of the 24,000 citizens of Grant County and spending their money versus supporting the one local business, because we felt like eventually the business would be able to be supported by the club as well.
Okay.
Is there any other questions? Well, Chris, thanks
Okay.
for coming and presenting that.
One that I had to look over, so where is it?
Oh, I'll give it to Pat.
And I apologize for,
Yeah, we had plenty on the agenda, we didn't have to wait for you.
Yeah.
you always do. I'm gonna try to get on earlier next time. Not be here.
Bye-bye,
Okay.
Chris. Thanks.
Moving down to departmental reports, present April 2019 reports for the Grant County Animal Shelter, Grant County Building Inspector, the Grant County Road Supervisor, and these are for review only, no actions needed by the court. chance to look at that?
Yes, sir.
Is there any questions? If not, moving on down to Judge Executive Report. I just want to say that last week, Shauna, Cold Arm, Roger Humphrey, myself attended training on insurance at CAECO in Frankfurt. Just continue to get more up to speed on what's going on in the insurance side of our jobs. Also, last week I was in Frankfurt with Mayor Skinner, working on the Heritage Trail grant that's been awarded, working out some details on it. Plus, I was able to meet with the commissioner for the Department of Transportation and hand deliver our discretionary funds to him. And hopefully we'll get that going quickly. So we get about 9 roads paved through our funds. That's about all I have to add on that right at the moment. I'll give a chance for the magistrates to report. If you all have anything just to report on.
Just briefly, continuing to follow up on various road issues and non-compliance of county ordinances as citizens have reached out in regards to too many vehicles parked in their yard. Attended the Corinth Fire Board meeting last month, as well as the City of Corinth's City Council meeting. And then lastly, probably more pressing and frankly just more exciting, had the opportunity last Friday with Magistrate Coldarn and our road supervisor to sit down at his office as what will be a newly formed committee that Judge Dills will talk to the county about in the coming weeks, I suppose, as those get formed. But really just to get more organized and wrap our mind around an actual road plan, and that would entail like an actual Excel list that has all county roads and how we want to quantify and grade those roads and account for plans as to what roads would be blacktopped in the future. And so lots of work to be done with that planning process. And then as we have continued, over the past 5 months as a new governing body, I think every time we meet, we're talking about conditions of roads. And so discussing, new slippages that are coming up. And yes, we have 3 new ones as of last week or so, and trying to figure out how we can document and stay on top of the various work that the road department is responsible for. As Judge Dills indicated, they submitted 9 roads for discretionary funds. We have up to 17 different projects on culvert replacements, bridge, passes. So we've got a lot of different things going on, and that also doesn't include, the up to 9 projects that are already underway over the past year for FEMA. And so Shauna and I talked with Steve on how we could have a shared document on a drive that could help keep us organized with Pat's help, because she is oftentimes corresponding with Frankfurt on the funding and yada, yada, yada. So at the end of the day, I thought that our first subcommittee meeting went very well. I think we've got a lot of work to do to get organized, but it was just very pleasing to have open communications in a time where we've got a variety of projects underway. Some are pending funding. We already have over $1 million in other federal and state and county funding projects underway. So I'm sure Shauna may speak a little bit more on that, but I'm excited to finally roll up our sleeves and get some of that documented and get us an established plan that would clearly help with budget spending as to what roads would get done and when. So I'll be quiet and pass it on to my peers.
Okay. As Chuck and Jacqueline alluded to, on the road slippages, I just do want the public to be aware that we are aware of there is 2 more additional road slippages on Dry Ridge and Mount Zion that we're observing. There is one on Baton Rouge, and also there is one on Heathen Ridge. So if the public at large around those areas travel those, I just want them to be aware that we are looking at those.
And Shauna, to add to that, I met with Les Whalen today.
Okay.
Les had already talked to Steve, but he's meeting with some of the FEMA representatives on Thursday, and he's going to discuss those roads with them them, so.
Right, and hoping we can get,
To see if they
They're
qualify.
actually
See if they
meeting here in the
qualify
building,
for emergency
I think
great.
Thursday at 1 o'clock.
Well, and I also just want to give a kudos because those new slippages that Shauna mentioned,
Yeah.
they're not anywhere near where some of these other ones are. But I think being proactive in a time where we have such continue to have such wet weather, hopefully we'll be able to address those with minimal funding versus, the $250,000 and $500,000 that some of these slippages are costing. So thanks for, just frankly jumping on that and enrolling less in case the
Yeah.
federal monies allow us to qualify during those declarations, whether it be at the president level or the governor's level.
okay, yeah. And to move on the discretionary funds, there was a total of $1,462,890 in those roads that are being submitted. So, I know there were several in District 2, but there's no guarantee that we will get all of those monies for those roads. So, hopefully that we'll have an update on that, within the next several weeks as to which roads that we'll get to actually repave. Also, and Susie, you can verify me if I'm right on this, there's going to be an annual meeting on the Grant County Homemakers on Thursday evening? Yes. I'd like to announce that. I mean, the homemakers do an excellent job, and so if anybody would want to join in that, I think it's $8 just to be a part of the homemakers, Grant County Homemakers, for a year.
Yeah, and you can become like a mailbox member. You don't
Yes.
have to be on a committee,
And
but
there's a lot of things they do. Yeah, so I'd like to announce, that is an upcoming event. Also, Chuck, I think you had mentioned to me that the original place for the remote control park has been switched now to the,
To behind the Williamstown City Building.
yes, that's,
The baseball field is not being utilized there, so it's a larger area. They've thought, due to the fact that the train here, that'd be a lot
Yeah.
safer too.
Yeah.
So it'd actually work out good. And I talked to Steve today, we're gonna try to clean this up anyway. He's
Okay.
got a tree there and I told him to get roads patched first and then we'll do beautification.
yeah, we
Yeah,
won't take them off
please.
those roads.
yeah, please do that.
Okay. In our meeting too, we did, and I don't know for sure how we can go about bringing this to the people who have control of the GPS system, but it seems that for the Ark Encounter, the GPS is routing people down around in Fords Mill Road out through cross country instead of bringing them down interstate or
You need
where
to get a
they-
hold of Google on that, Google Maps.
Okay.
And that's no joke. And what happens is the satellites end up being reset, and it's like, good luck getting hold of. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they were
Yeah,
coming in behind
you know.
that way, in big motorhomes and tour buses going down a one-lane road.
Yeah, and that creates
Road
damage.
damage.
Road damage, so
Runs the mailman off
that's
the
one of the
road.
things we brought up at the meeting too. Other than that, I think that's about all I have.
Okay. Down District 3, I posted some pictures last week. Bullock Pin Dam, I know that's been a topic on and off, but they're installing the Coffer Dam now so they can begin their construction project. That's an absolutely amazing project going on down there. It's going to last 2 or 3 years off of Rainbow Drive. Some major work going on there, so if you ever get the opportunity on a Sunday afternoon, you want to see what a Coffer Dam looks like on a major lake, there it is.
If anyone's bored, looking for something to do.
The looking over the county's reports here again is just great. The animal shelter, they reported 238 visitors just for the month of April at our animal shelter. It seemed like they're doing a pretty good job over there, reading up on what animals they've taken in, the ones that have adopted out, and great numbers here. I only see where they've had to euthanize 2 aggressive animals. So that's a great report. Building inspector report. He sold $12,913 in building permits for the month of April. It's $12,000 come into the county. Total for the year of $22,866. Total estimated cost of projects going on right now in this county is $3,652,000. It's going to bring in some good tax revenue. Not to leave the highway department out or the road department by any means, they got 8 pages of stuff that they done during the month of April. They're busy every day. So they're really doing good. Going back to, we put on Facebook, or I put on Facebook, just to feel people out about the Grant County Park in Crittenden. What are some ideas that folks like to see down there? And some great ideas. The majority of them involve water. Splash parks and swimming pools.
Requires a lot of money.
Which requires a lot of money and it can have a lot of risk, but there's some great ideas, you know. Some more bathrooms, disc golf, splash park, handicap accessible playgrounds, more playground areas, walking trails, just some great ideas. And I'm going to try to get all that combined or compiled into some numbers of what people have responded to, and hopefully we can have a committee and let the committee look over and see what we can afford. But that park really gets used. It really looks good right now. I stop in there quite often. I stopped in there today and talked to them, and they're real pleased with the way things are going in the park. They've got a lot of great ideas that they want to present to, and so we'll compile them all together and see what we can do for the people.
Well, good deal. Anything else?
That's all.
Okay, well, thank you all. Next, if Todd Cummins, you want to report on anything from the sheriff's office, Brian Maines is attending, the sheriff is attending the Crittenden Council meeting as we speak.
We have 3 of the new cruisers on the road. The 4th one is bound, and it is at L&W King Cliff. Hopefully.
Hallelujah.
Our 2 academy graduates, they graduate from the academy next Thursday. The cruiser that's at L&W is for it's for Travis, so when he graduates, hopefully it's done, so he has a car to drive. Because right now, if he don't, he'll be sharing with somebody, so we don't have any. We got a new x-ray machine at the courthouse, or the judicial center gathering up there. If you haven't seen it, just trying to, it eases what the bailiffs have to do up there. We don't have to search through bags anymore. That x-ray machine, when it goes through there, if it detects a large amount of metal, it flashes on the screen, and then that bag you pull off and search, so you don't have to search every bag. Everything just goes through there. It makes it a whole lot easier. It seems to speed up the process a little bit on circuit court days anyway. STAND, the drug awareness program that I teach, that graduation, I will graduate every school in the county except Williamstown next week. Monday is Mason at 9 a.m., Sherman at 1 p.m., and then on Tuesday it's CMZ at 9 a.m. and Dry Ridge Elementary at 1:30. And then Williamstown's graduation will be May the 24th. They have a 5th grade graduation to 6th grade. I'll be doing that at 1 o'clock.
If you think of it, Todd, if you can email that to me, and I'll forward it out to everybody, and so we can try to participate.
If what I have them do is every student writes an essay of what they learned, and just when you listen to what we started out with and what they knew and what their essays are about when you get done, the difference in what they know, and knowledge is power. I keep telling them that. I had some very good essays. One girl's essay that she'll read at Crittenden is heart-wrenching to listen to what the drugs have done to her family. So it's just, it's just, like I said, heart-wrenching. Other than that, like I said, the cruisers are 3 of them on the road, 4th one's getting done. Question? We made the news last night. If you want to watch Channel 12, watch Channel 12.
You made the news.
That pursuit that they're all talking about, that was us. But it was not us. It ended up being us, but it started out being us. It started out being somebody else. But we're the ones that made the arrest for Scott County. So
Good job.
okay.
Well, good
Thank
deal.
you.
Next up is our jailer, Mike Webster.
numbers, we have 246 state, 39 county, for a total of 285. We didn't pick near as much trash up this last 2 weeks as we have in the past. However, we have maintained all the grass mowing. If you look out through the county, you'll see a whole lot of mulch down. And we are also very beneficial in getting the tires all shredded. We had every tire that was dropped off that was off a rim shredded Saturday before the deal was done. Usually we have a pile that we have to come back and try to hustle. With the rainy season, we wanted to stay ahead of it. And Brian was able to get that done with the help of quite a few inmates.
Well,
That's great.
I want to commend the county road department again on this.
Yes.
Yeah, they sent a guy over Saturday on the loader that was getting these tires out from underneath the shredder so they could get more shredded, so, yeah, took all of them, they done a good job.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, so, well, good deal.
Thank you,
Right?
Mike.
Mike, thanks. Moving down to citizen address, before I do, I want to introduce a guest here in the courtroom, Larry Brown. If you want to come up and say something. Larry Brown's with the Department of Local Government in Frankfurt. He's our representative.
Oh, so are you our new representative with DLG?
No,
Or-
he's,
I've been since November. Was Aaron or was it Sam?
Aaron.
Aaron was, and then it got
Yeah.
switched also.
So if there's anything you need from the Department of Local Government, Governor's Office, Larry Brown's our man to reach out to, and he's been very helpful.
Northern Kentucky and spent many a summer on William County.
Oh,
My dad had a place down there. We sold that probably early 90s. But yeah, a lot of time.
great. So do you commute from Northern Kentucky to Frankfurt?
I used to. I
Okay.
was the commissioner for licensing for almost 2.5 years, and they didn't really do what they brought me down there to do. So I decided to go back to being retired, which didn't last for about 60 days. And I'm doing this.
So is he the commissioner of local?
No, he's
Today
our
was a
representative.
long drive day. I was in, Newport this morning. I was in Old County for their meeting, fiscal court meeting at 2, and I'm here tonight. But the road slippage is everywhere.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Are everywhere. And yeah, so a lot of the same problems. I mean, that 2-hour experience is nothing really different than most of the counties, the 14 counties. So, no, anything that I can do to help, I know the discretionary funds, the governor and our administration is fairly open to meeting all the time, whether you need to meet with secretaries or some of the commissioners underneath them, they are accessible to helping you get things done.
Do you have your,
I don't want to just kind of write down what's going on, and I'll get you my card.
Okay.
Perfect.
yeah,
And you have my email, and anybody else needs it. But that's really my job, is to listen to it.
okay.
I appreciate it.
Well, Larry's been a great help to me, and also he's speaking, just like the commissioners. When I was at the Department of Transportation, I mean, the commissioner came out looking for me, so it's good to have that rapport and a good working relationship. So I appreciate everything you're doing for us.
He gets out and gets to the counties. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was here.
yeah, he's been
Yes,
here.
yes.
every county about 2.5 weeks ago on one of their projects. At the same time, I was able to talk to him about a project that I just.
Well, even the secretary of the cabinet's been here, so,
Yeah, I just, I thought Secretary.
yeah,
Yes, yep.
so.
Great,
Yeah,
thank
thanks
you.
for y'all's support.
Thank you.
Citizens address. Somebody want to speak? Steve, is anything we've not covered on roads? I know we get tired of hearing about roads. Someday we will have them fixed, hopefully.
And then there'll be more.
Yeah.
I do have bids on the new slopes.
Oh,
Do we want to see them? Did I misspeak and say, oh, they wouldn't be a half a
It's on
million
Garbage
apiece?
Mountain Zion, and this is for the rail.
This is for rail cribbing
Okay.
from Mr. Henneke, who done.
Did,
Jameson.
Jameson,
Wow.
You would think there'd be
Please.
more companies getting the outfit of fixing these, considering the amount that are across the state and others.
Please read what's
There's
highlighted.
2 slips on Trout Ridge Mountain.
Okay.
This is worst case scenario,
Okay.
these bids, okay?
All right.
It's like Jameson, he give us the worst case scenario and it come in 15,000 under.
Okay.
And he did, I was really surprised, I'm not used
He
to
took it all.
seeing people bid on something and actually charge
Return
less
money.
than the bid.
I will say I got the balance of what the state was going to send us. I don't know if I sent you all that or not, but I got the checks day before yesterday.
Shauna, your road is high class.
Yeah, you're the highest one on here, Shauna.
But, like he's got quoted, and this is our part down here at the bottom, we've got DPRD, that's.
Would be
work that
us
we
doing
have
the-
to do. But on the first and third lines, say if it just takes 20-foot rail, he bid 40. But if it just takes 20, then you can cut them in half, first and third line. The second line is gonna be the same regardless, because it's the crew.
I mean, this is probably like 9, 6, 10.
Let me ask you, does Les have a copy of this?
That's just
No,
what I was
I
going to
just got
ask,
it.
if I need to send this to Les tomorrow.
Yes, or I can, either one.
Okay, well, both of you send it then. You know, everybody send it. David's got a question.
De-annex Heathen Ridge.
Say what?
De-annex Heathen Ridge. Give it back to Penalty County.
Stoppage is there, I mean, it's super bad.
Where at?
We're on the Mount Zion.
It's a state road.
Oh, I know. I asked the state fellow that was here last month. Yeah, they're looking at it. Oh, yeah.
It's very bad.
I'll check with Jerry Keith.
I say just shoot him an email.
And that electric pole there too is,
Well, and I spoke to Jerry Keith at State Barn, and they've got a mark. They're aware of it and is getting out trying to fix them. Thing is, I don't know how the paving companies, I don't think there's enough paving companies
To keep
and
up with
contractors going to keep up this year. You know, because if we get hopefully our discretionary funds with 9 roads, you know, they're paving the interstate all the way through the county. The state has several roads, they have the bridge projects going on.
And the state, and Eaton, who's got the state roads, they were just out on the state highway. They were out on the state road this morning doing.
they're out on 491.
Eaton is too.
Yeah, and they've got to get 491 done before June 30th because that's.
Well, that's the same
They'll lose
with,
the
that's the same
funds.
with Lawrenceville Road
Yeah.
that was approved last year. Did, Chuck and Pat, did we get confirmation on what?
On the money for the
Bridge program that they
Oh.
gave us the courtesy of, does that have to be finished and done by June 30th or just
didn't get
started?
it. I didn't get
All right,
it.
we have got to get, I'm very
Okay.
nervous about that. We got to get confirmation on that.
I'm led to believe it will, but I can't
Okay.
say that 100%.
We're
And that-
hoping that, since it's in the pipeline, that
Well, Sean and Roger was at one of the meetings at the Transportation Cabinet with me, 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Yes, yeah.
And when they were talking about funds, when they put that in the budget, it stays in that budget. I know that was from the previous year. Do you know, Larry, if,
Larry, what happened was, we had a project submitted, a bridge project submitted, and because we had an application in, they allowed us to still retain those funds, but that bridge ended up falling underneath the 5-year bridging program. And so Mr. Cottle said, hey, Grant County, you could still use these monies for other projects because you already had an application submitted. And this was when they swept all the money and redid the distribution of only $80,000 a year given. And we had about, $140,000 on the books. And he said, hey, you could still use these monies, submit your projects. And this was back in July, August, and September of last year. And so we've got about 17 different projects that we've got submitted through the bridging funds. But I am nervous that they approved us to still retain those funds in addition to the $80,000 annually that we are allowed. And I was nervous that if the projects weren't started and finished by June 30th of this year, we would lose that. So we wanted confirmation, is it that they just need started before June 30th? and that we could still reap, get that incentive, those projects paid for. And we've got this in email, but this is drug out for a long time because we didn't realize we also had to get quotes and pictures. Mr. Tatum's got a whole file full of pictures of these 17 projects, because we also have to spend $80,000 before the end of the year as well, for the new program.
Can you send me an email in the morning sometime?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what I'll do, Larry, save you from.
It's complicated because it's.
Yeah, let me call Craig Caudell
It
at
just-
Transportation Cabinet and ask him. He's the one handling it.
Yeah.
I'll check. We need to probably follow up again. We haven't heard from him lately on.
Well, it's been like 2 months now.
No,
I sent him some stuff just the
I'm
other
just saying
Yeah.
2 months since we originally submitted everything.
Funds, or was it in a different part of transportation?
It was the bridge, I've got a picture of it. The bridge, 1 second, I'll tell you.
But where are the funds coming from?
They are coming, sir, from the bridging program.
Okay, there may be a particular person in charge of the bridging program. I know there is, but I went to some of the meetings.
Yeah.
He may know that, but I'll find out who it is and contact them. If you give me the email that probably has your funds number or whatever on it, that has the funds, and then I'll find out.
And it's specifically TC 20-35 is those fundings, but we were basically, I won't say given a favor, but we were given the courtesy of that 140-some thousand not being swept, because we had that application in for Scaffold Lick.
And I think, if I understand, the
And-
money was sitting there,
Yeah.
but once we applied for it and got it, I think even the fact once they approve it, we're probably okay. Not that we had to have it started, but we have to get it
Yeah,
done.
well, and right now they haven't approved anything. That's what I'm nervous
Yeah.
about. And it's been like a communication. We'll send an email, then they'll say, "Oh, now we need this," and okay, now we need this. And so, okay, so you'll just
But,
email
yeah, we'll follow
tomorrow,
up with-
okay?
I'll follow up with Craig.
Because that's like 17
'Cause
mini
he's the one-
projects in
he's the
this
one
county.
reviewing it,
He
so-
is, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say if I need something on it, Larry, I just know you was putting a third person in. I'll call Craig directly, follow up, and if I need something on
Sometimes the title
yeah.
helps. I don't use it a lot, but if you remember transportation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to use it just as, uh-oh.
Yeah.
That'll help sometimes with transportation projects. I know there was one in Henry County that we talked about 2 weeks ago, and that project is not even in the lab. But that money, is kind of the same thing. It's been in the road plan, it's still in the road plan, but they're having issues with relocating, AT&T stuff. And they're not gonna start that project, they're gonna let that project until that part of it is done. So, and that's like $7 million. They're having that thing confirmed that they're gonna do it.
If we keep that up, we'll have that much in road slippages.
Every
So-
week, so.
Steve, is there any rating on the road slippages as to the potential of, danger driving over? Yeah.
Really, you've got to take a lot into consideration, like, if there's a water line, gas line, et cetera. in there. That's why we always jump on Eagle Fell quick.
And we we closed that road to
But if it's
get that fixed.
where it's, make it quicker,
Okay.
and jump on it.
Because I know that one on Heathen Ridge, you take a year ago, you didn't even notice it was there, and all of a sudden it just started, and it,
One on Baton Rouge right now is the worst.
okay,
It's dropped about 4 inches,
yep. Yeah,
but it's the worst as of now.
okay. And then we started seeing Dry Ridge, Mount Zion, those, so,
And there is rail road on the drive that years ago, different places, different places.
okay,
Some reason, I don't know why, I was
okay.
part of it then.
All right.
There's nothing else. Anybody else have anything? If not, if I can get a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
We have a second. All in favor saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries and we are adjourned. Our next meeting will be Tuesday, May 21st, 2019, 6:30 here at the courthouse. Thanks for everyone coming out.